Hello, lovely people.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, how you mimicked my hi then.
Oh,
Doing it for me this time. Jessica's doing remarkably well. So actually, you were in a bed all day yesterday.
Yes, and some of today I have an infection. But paracetamol is great.
People are going to say, like, you should take antibiotics for infections. We're hoping we won't need to get to that point. We're just clearing it up with cranberry juice.
We don't need to share what the infection is.
You know, it should be me. Like, apparently cystitis is way more common in pregnant ladies. Not
No.
way more common, it just means like you're more likely to get it when you're pregnant.
No, I would like to take it for you.
Yeah, well, maybe that's
from
what you're
you.
doing.
I
Yeah.
will take everything, all of your issues,
Yeah.
not to worry. So, as you know, we've got two babies on the way.
And as you can see, I've had to size up in our lovely
The
merch.
t-shirt.
This is an extra large.
Available down below. So for those of you who've never seen us before, hi, we're Jessie and Claude. We're a lesbian couple. We have a toddler. I always get the call on that. I mean, he's a preschooler, he's a toddler, he's 3.5, whatever you want to call
I
that.
know, I think some people would say that's 3. Most people would say, I don't know, I think he's not really quite...
It's a tricky age.
Yeah, it is. We often laugh at like the things Rupert says because like, and he's like, it's not funny, and we're like, no, it's not. We know it's not funny. It's just you're so astute for a 3.5-year-old. The other day he said to me, "Mummy, was there ever a Queen Alice?" I said, "Oh, don't know about that one. You're gonna have to ask your mama because she's the one who likes kings and queens and history." Yeah, you don't know much, Mummy. I said, well, I know other things, you know, but people have different interests. I like geography and animals. And he went, tell me about the animals of Cyprus. And I was like,
Quiz.
and I was like,
Oh, put on the spot.
yeah, it can be a normal, obviously, like Australia, Cyprus, specific. And I felt really like stressed that he was somehow going to know if I was wrong.
You can follow us on Instagram at Jessie and Claude, where we have very happily announced that we will soon become a family of 5. We haven't had that many strange questions online, but we have had some weird ones in real life. So
Yeah, we've done quite well to avoid the online ones. I'm sure they're coming.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming in floods soon.
They will.
People just haven't gotten on to the fact we're pregnant yet. Give it a few more weeks.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe
My
it's
pump gets
that.
bigger.
But we thought we would make a video on questions not to ask a lesbian couple who are pregnant with their 2nd child, or 3rd as well. You know, 2nd pregnancy.
Yeah.
Oh, will they be siblings? Yes. However the biology works out of children in a family, if you're a family, you're a family.
Also, like, you wouldn't ask, I don't know, maybe people do ask, like, what they think someone who's adopted is not a sibling of the one who isn't adopted, or if you have 2 adopted children, they're not siblings.
I don't know. I just feel like, do people go up to straight women who are pregnant and go, oh, you've got a toddler and you're pregnant. Oh, will they be siblings? No, we intend to raise them unaware of each other in separate rooms. We should do that with the twins. I'll have one, you'll have one. It's a great experiment.
Indeed.
Did you use the same donor?
Oh, hate this question.
Welcome to the paternity test reality show. No, it's not your business.
It's the most commonly asked question.
It is.
First pregnancy, there's loads of questions about the donor, like who's the donor? Do you know them? What do they look like? How did you choose that one?
What are the stats?
You know, and then it's like that's already intrusive. And then the second one is just like, is it the same?
I think it's because people like to imagine you sat there with like a big brochure, which you don't get, by the way. No one gives you like a big catalogue that you flick through. Actually, I say that. Maybe they do in some fertility clinics.
Well, it's like an online catalogue.
They don't in ours. But again, back to my thing. I think they picture us sitting there with a big catalogue, flicking through it, looking at pictures of men, which...
And then we're like, oh, we like
the same pictures of men.
And then we're like, we like look at
oh
him.
yeah, him, he'll do. And then we make the first baby and we go, not sure about that.
People do seem to be more impressed by the fact that we have all of their medical history, whether they're carriers for any genetic conditions, like all of that information. They're like, oh wow, you have all of that information. I'm like, that is like the main point of a donor. Well, in our opinion, it's like why we're choosing a donor sperm bank as opposed to just like any old person
on the street,
because it's like we know like all of their medical stuff, which is the most important. We just want someone healthy, you know, who's more likely going to produce a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. But everyone seems very hot on the phenotype, like what they look like.
I find it very strange, the idea that you would just choose someone based on their looks.
Yeah.
Like you'd go through this catalogue and be like, everyone here is healthy except for this man, but he's very good looking, so I'm gonna go for him.
But also, if they were in the, they wouldn't, if they were that unhealthy, they wouldn't be allowed to donate their sperm.
But hi, before we continue with any more awkward questions, let's talk about something even scarier. Data brokers! You know, those companies that collect and then sell your personal information without you even realizing it until you get 10 cold calls in a row. It's not just innocuous technical information like crash logs that are being harvested. Yeah, I know, you click on it too. Why not? Log the crashes of my laptop because I've not actually rebooted it or turned it off for a year. You too. Apps often share far more sensitive data such as voice recordings, sexual orientation. Luckily, Incogni, the sponsor of today's video, is here to help. Here's how it works in just 3 simple steps. Step 1, create an account and let Incogni know what personal data they should remove. Step 2, give them permission to act on your behalf. They'll contact those data brokers for you and request your data removal. Step 3, sit back and relax. Incogni handles any objections from data brokers and keeps you updated throughout the process. Plus, they make sure that information stays off the market. That's what makes their yearly subscription especially advantageous. If you're ready to take your personal data back, head to incogni.com/Jessica and use code Jessica for 60% off an annual plan. 60%! Make sure to check the link in the description below. Every click helps my channel to grow. Sponsorships, because I've got twins coming and I need to buy a lot of nappies. Also, you should absolutely protect your data. Was this baby cheaper than the last one? Newsflash, our children don't have price tags. Although, Rupert did ask the other day, where did you buy me?
Did he?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He said you can't buy babies, he said.
After I had told him, because he said, where did you buy me from? But he had meant, which hospital was I born in?
Oh, bless him. But then because then he quite proudly told some other people the other day that you can't buy babies.
Yes.
Because, oh right, okay.
Because I had told
Good,
him.
I'm glad he was
we
well
can't buy
informed
you, we
now.
didn't buy you.
I mean, he's 3.5, it's fair enough. Like, we're not going to start talking about stalks and things. Like, you know.
Storks and things.
I think it's fair enough that he's like deducted where do people get things? Oh, from
Shops.
Yeah, you know. Although he does know that he grew in my belly, so that's a bit strange.
Maybe he thinks you have to go to the hospital and pay money and then they take it out.
Well, you kind of do.
Which in some countries is true.
Yes.
We're so sorry, America. Didn't you both want to be biological mothers? We are both mothers.
Yeah. I don't really think it really matters, like, who's the biological mother.
No.
You know, like, the only time that matters.
I guess medical stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, if you had, like, if, like, they suddenly had a condition and you needed to, like, give them some bone marrow or something. I don't know, like, then maybe it's important.
Yeah, I mean, I think it matters in terms of, like, ethnicity and having a connection to your heritage. We're a mixed heritage family, and it's good for the children to feel a sense of connection to that. That's good, but I don't think it has to be like, you descend from my grandfather and her grandfather, and now you are
like
passing on the lineage. How did you get pregnant? Do you ask straight couples for their
I mean, we
conception
both
details?
we both blanked on that one.
I mean, I feel like it's fine and absolutely fair and okay to share and to ask when you're also a queer couple.
Yeah.
Because you're also in the position of being like, I would maybe like to start a family. How did you do it?
Yeah.
You know, do you have advice? Give me the details. And then we're totally happy to give info because we also want the info. Tell us, other queer couples, how did you do it? But I think if they don't know you and they just see you at a bus stop and they're like, 2 women, what happened?
I mean, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? We obviously had assisted fertility.
Is it?
Sperm comes out my fingers.
That was too much.
We should come up with some answers that would shock them.
Oh, okay. I've got to get rid of the mental image.
I mean, I don't know what they're expecting us to say. Found some bloke by the bus stop and asked him if he wanted a threesome, like...
If I had grandparents who watched, I would tell you to shush right now. It's very invasive. People feel like if there's any deviation from the norm, they have the right to be invasive.
Because, like, we could say, oh, we're trying for a baby right now. And that's what straight people say. They say, we're trying for a baby right now. And people, like, know what that implies. But then, like, for us, they're like, oh yeah, how are you doing that? I don't know, it's like, whereas a straight couple, you wouldn't ask, like, oh, and is your sperm okay? Do you have to get donor sperm? Is yours, like, good enough?
Trying a while, what's up with that?
Yeah, like, is your womb, like, not hospitable, like, not, like, what do they call it?
Inhospitable.
No, like...
No,
inhabitable. It's like a really horrible word when it means it's like not nice to live in.
Gosh.
Hostile or something.
Yes, do you have a hostile womb?
Yeah, like...
Wouldn't it just have been cheaper to have a one-night stand?
I mean, you're not wrong. It probably would be cheaper.
Yeah.
But it would break our like marital vows.
Yes.
Like,
yes, it would.
Why does the person want to do that? Jessica's never even kissed a man. If there was like no other option, like there was no, like you could not have fertility if you were same-sex couples, I still wouldn't do that.
What now? Oh yeah, I have to do this now.
This is going
He's
very
just
well.
having his break from his video editing. Right.
Okay, he's going to go back to silently video editing now.
Isn't it unfair to make one person do all the birthing? Didn't you want to have a go?
Yeah, I've talked before about how it's not really possible for
I'm
me.
gonna leave it in the video.
And I don't love that when people ask, they're like, oh, but she did it before, don't you want to do it now? I then have to share my medical information. Or not, but then in not doing so seem rude.
If it's like a doctor or midwife, like they need to know if it's my second pregnancy.
Yeah.
So I don't mind if it's like doctors and midwives for like medical reasons, and I don't mind if it's like mums of like Rupert's friends who are asking, because I find that they're just kind of asking more out of like, how does it rate compared to first time, or have you gone through the experience before?
Oh,
to
yeah,
kind of
when
know
it's just more like a casual, like,
It's more
oh
of a-
yeah, which of you?
It's fine.
I think you're gonna have to give him something to do. I've suddenly put on a jumper jacket because I suddenly got cold.
Why didn't you just adopt?
Adoption isn't a gotcha that you can use against queer families. It should be a path that is specifically chosen. It shouldn't be something that, oh, you can't have children? Well, here's your second option.
Are you sure you can handle 2 kids without a dad?
I'm pretty sure dads don't come with built-in superpowers, Karen.
Karen?
Look at Karen. Yeah.
It's Karen.
It's also just saying like that I'm like, because then I start to feel really like I can hang shelves. I mean, which makes me sexist because I'm like,
Yeah, I know, you're like, all of this gendered stuff, it's unnecessary because I can do all the gendered stuff.
Sometimes I'm like, a man would be useful because, you know, they're quite strong, they can like lift things around. Like, what, don't do your face?
I'm really
then I realised-
flexible.
No, but then I am actually just being quite like stereotyped sexist about men, because actually there are lots of men who are not strong,
Indeed.
are not fully able,
Indeed.
and women who are very strong and fully able.
Exactly.
Like ones that have walking sticks.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, like men who use walking sticks.
That's right.
Won't your children be confused about gender roles?
Well, do we really want children to learn about gender roles?
Not really, no. Like, what are the beneficial parts of keeping strict gender roles?
That is something that people would say without realising how wrong it is to ask that.
Yes, yeah. I have tried to like build a library of books for Rupert that are very much like free from gender boundaries. And like you can just do anything that you want.
As you may have noticed in some parts of this video.
He's right here. And I think that it's so much more beneficial to bring up our children to think that they can do anything, they can be everything. You're right, we don't
Yes, we only
currently
have one
lots
child,
of children.
but we are
only
going to have
one
children, plural, aren't we?
by this
We will
summer.
go from 1 to 3
Yes.
in a matter of months. Here are some better questions that you can ask instead.
What has been the most exciting part of expecting again?
I mean, I think it's the same as when it's the first time. You get to have like
Getting to meet
you get
some
to
little
like
people.
yeah, like a tiny baby who's going to grow up into a human that you help like form through your love and support.
I think it's even better the second time around because now you have more of a concept of what it is like to see basically a potato, to grow into a real person with thoughts and feelings and
but to be honest,
emotions. And
with Rupert when he was born, I was quite, when looking back now, I'm like, wow, I was like so in love with him and like obsessed with him, but he was a potato.
Yeah. So I really thought he did so much.
Because I think hormonally and everything, and as loving parents, like you don't see them as a potato. Right now, like them growing in my tummy, I'm still like a little bit detached from the, because like even though like I know what they're gonna look like when they come out. Like I mean, because all babies look the same when they first come out, pretty much.
Squished. That's what they look like.
But I'm not like, oh my god, because it's like weird. Like it's once you actually see them in real life, then suddenly all that love comes.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to see you at 1 month old. Once you've filled out a bit.
Yeah, when your eyes are no longer blue like every other newborn child.
That's weird.
And you have some hair.
How does your first child feel about becoming a sibling? He's very excited. He has decided that they will sleep in his bed, that they will share his toys, they will go everywhere with him.
But can I just add a little note on this? It's fine to ask how does your first child feel about becoming a sibling, asking that to the parents.
Yeah.
I think it gets really tiring for the child when they are constantly asked like, oh, how do you feel about being a big brother? Oh, how are you feeling about the baby? Like, because I think it just puts a lot of pressure on them. And it's like, then they feel like it takes away from them as well.
I've also found that people seem to be asking it with a bit of a tone that's like oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be a big sibling. Yeah. Oh no, baby's
But also
coming.
it's like the first, like if you go around to someone's house or something, and like normally they've been so used to adults engaging with them, like, oh, I love your top. Like, what did you do today? Did you have fun at the park? Or like, how's your week been? And it's all about them. And suddenly they come through the door now, and it's all about like, bet you're excited about mummy being pregnant. And it's like, yeah, it's just...
as excited as I was last week.
It's just like, I think like, I mean, it's like when we were preparing to get married, like I got so bored of the question of like, have you got all the wedding plans sorted?
You ready? Yeah, still ready.
You got your cakes?
Still ready.
Cakes ordered?
Yeah.
Invites, and I'm like, why are you doing a checklist with me? Like,
you're trying to see if I've forgotten something? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Any fun parenting traditions you're going to continue with baby number 2?
Can it be a tradition when you've only had one baby? Oh, I know, I got one.
Yes.
I do the tartan Christmas pyjama photo.
Yes.
So we will do that because we've done that every year for Rupert, and I'm excited to do that for the twins as well, putting them in the middle. Because when it's Christmas, they should be able to sit up. So we should get some cute little pictures of them sat up from behind, like I did with Rupert when he was 6 months. Because we can kind of measure it, because Rupert was born in June, and these babies are due in June.
I'm going to try and preserve their peace. It's a tradition, I guess, I think.
That's why you're so anti-Bertie at the moment. Like, if she jumps on the babies, leave them just once. We're going to give them away. I was like, no.
I really valued Rupert's, like...
We had 2 dogs when Rupert was a baby.
Calm, lying on the floor.
We'll be like that, don't worry.
Okay.
Right now,
I know, all the twin parents are like, sure.
Also, Rupert will be here. We didn't have him when we had Rupert as a baby,
Yeah, I know.
So how much quiet is there with a 4-year-old around?
Yes, I imagine
It will all be different.
It will. What's the best way friends and family can support you? Cleaning the house.
Come round and clean my house.
You know, people come and like, I want to come and hold the baby.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it wouldn't be like, what's the best way friends and family can support you? Because that sounds like a question like a midwife would ask, or like an interview. I feel like it should be like, what's the best way we can support you?
Well, yeah, okay. How can I help?
Yeah, how can I help?
What can I do?
I actually read that when someone offers like, oh, like, how can I help? Do you want me to like hold the baby? You should actually like book them in your calendar. Like,
yes.
Yeah, come round
Thursday
Thursday
at 5.
We obviously both agree on Thursday. Thursday is our very busy day.
Really is. Thank you so much for watching. What not to say to lesbian couples who are expecting their second child / third.
Their subsequent children, not their first one.
Other children, more babies. Yeah, this.
I'm just taking this up, sorry, because
now she's doing. These are our beautiful merch t-shirts. Mine's a green carnation. It says out of the closet.
I love your one. It's really nice.
Thank you.
And this one.
It's the beautiful rainbow.
Yes. The rainbow with the purple violets. Well, obviously, they're violets.
I love how you do that again. And these are both available in my merch shop, which you can find the link for in the description down below. It should also be on the merch shelf, which will appear under some videos, depending on the territory that you're watching this. And of course, what else is in the description? A link to Incogni, which you can download and protect yourself when you are online and also just in the real world. Make sure you are not being tracked and harassed by data brokers.
Asking inappropriate questions.
Yes.
Intrusive questions.
How dare they? Let us know in the comments down below what the most ridiculous thing is you've been asked. If you'd like more from us, you can follow us on Instagram at Jessie and Claude.
We'll be sharing lots about our pregnancy journey and our little rainbow family as it is.
And our rainbow babies. You're going to be Pride Month babies, do you hear? Don't come out till then. Again, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.